You're not alone, obviously, in the assessment that it doesn't make sense. There have been reports that former Russian General Ivashov has been publicly warning Putin against invading Ukraine. And former U.S. Ambassador to Russia, Michael McFaul, wrote this. This is a big deal. At one time, albeit a long while ago, General Ivashov was a respected and hawkish leader in the Russian Ministry of Defense. Played a major role in Pristina standoff with NATO in 1999. Do you agree, speaking as a general yourself, is that a big deal?
Oh, yeah, I think so. And, this isn't the West. These aren't, retired flag officers supporting a presidential candidate. This guy was a mainstream, hardline Soviet-style commander. For him to come out and publicly criticize Putin over this pending military operation is simply astonishing. I'd be unsurprised if he doesn't disappear shortly. But he must have done it sensing support among the armed forces. Look, Putin's gone in and taken down elements of Syria, Georgia, Crimea, the Donbass. He has demonstrated his capability to use brutal military force to intimidate or seize foreign lands. He's a threat clearly to Poland, the Baltic nations. So the West has to wake up to this massive threat. Ukraine will not be the end of it. But to Putin, the Ukraine is Mother Russia. He sees it slipping away, developing Western values, oriented on the European Union for the economy. So he's tempted to act. I think now he thinks he's in a box and he can't figure out how to get out of it.
Well, let me ask you about that, because is there any possibility that he, maybe even in the beginning, he decided to move all these forces into place to say, hey, this is what we've got, and, we have the military might to do it if we want to. Is there still some sort of diplomatic off-ramp that he could accept, that he would feel would save face?
I sure hope he does, because I think it's going to be a disaster for Mother Russia if he actually invades. I mean, it won't only be the combat fighting and trying to, secure the streets of Kyiv. It will also be massive demonstrations. There will be millions of Ukrainians fleeing into the 4 adjoining NATO nations and appearing all across Europe. It will be an utter disaster. There will be public displays of rejection by the Ukrainians in the big cities. So he's got to sort out a way out of this. I don't think he thought through this. He thought the real military power, and by the way, these are pretty good troops. This is good technology, well-trained, disciplined forces. He thought that would give him the political victory he needs. But at the end of the day, he wants to actually get the Ukraine. So as an interim step, he thought he could intimidate him. I think at the end of the day, he's still going to try and seize Ukraine and bring it back into the fold of the Russian Federation.